300. What's the deal? This is your folk Shaka, the urban philosopher. I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. First, y'all, I wanted to talk about Kwame Brown and this Cal Rittenhouse thing. You know, brother asked me about that. Look, man, I don't have a problem with his opinion on that. You know, what is our community worried about? You know, dang, when are black folks gonna get that being for everybody ain't helped us? Number one. But number two, what so-called black folks, a lot of so-called black folks is really worried about with that is that a lot of us are scared, man. Okay? A lot of the so-called black community is scary. And we believe that that dude getting off on that is somewhat an advantage to a lot of these other groups of people who we believe just want to do that to us and get away with it. Okay? And it's ridiculous, especially when you consider the facts of the situation. What happened? Listen, I don't know where y'all from, but where I'm from, you don't run up on a man who got a gun and you don't have one. You don't run up on a man who got a knife and you don't got a knife. Okay, you don't run up on a man with a knife and he got a gun. And especially in a chaotic situation. And based on what I seen and read, that's kind of like what happened. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just it. That's you know, I think the lesson in that situation is in those situations you need to think about, you know, your life and what you stand to lose. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just it in my opinion. But and I'll leave that there. The second thing though, y'all, I wanted to speak on was I seen a clip of speaking with Marcela, and I'm gonna say this, shout out to her. This ain't no offense to her or anything, but we gotta speak on this because of what this channel represents. But you know, I came up on a video and she had a few comments about certain content creators that are criticizing other content creators. And I kind of wanted to speak on that because, you know, obviously this channel is a channel of constructive critique. Okay, that's what we do here. A big part of it, as well as share information. You know what I'm saying? As well as defend our positions. Okay? As well as speak on frauds who come in and think that it's cool to just steal property, which stifles the community. The community can't grow with things like that. Okay? So it's important that I speak on this because in my opinion, I've been hearing a lot of these comments go around since a lot of this critical critique trend has been showing up on the scene. And I really believe it is because that the so-called black community, we're not used to governing ourselves. Okay? We're just not used to governing ourselves. We have this understanding that it's supposed to be buddy, buddy, chummy, chummy. Can't we just all get along? No, that's not what it's all about. You know, there's accountability to be applied. There's a business to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? There's certain understandings that we that have to come to realizations. We have to make an effort on these other fronts. Okay? And that's not about just getting along. Like I say, we oftentimes move like a gang and not like a community. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. You know, this is one of the reasons why I believe that a lot of so-called black folks, we don't like talking outside of the box about things that will empower us and liberate us from being under the supervision of other groups of people, because we don't like governing ourselves. You know, I couldn't imagine us running the IRS right now, because it'd be too much of us saying, oh man, but man, they did so much for the hood, man, and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it ain't about that at all. It's about numbers and facts. Okay? And I know that that's an extreme example, but that's just real. You know, we're living in a time where people can just pick up a phone and pretty much just say, hey, I'm a doctor, you know, or hey, I'm a guru, you know what I'm saying? And things like that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that it is owed to the community of people that count. Because I'm not bedrock. I'm living in a time where I understand that it is about moving past the people who are bedrock promoters, so that we can assist the people that actually count, so that we can make a better impact out here. All right. And so it is owed to them, you know what I'm saying, to be able to see and hear alternative opinions and information to a lot of what I believe is misinformation being put out here. And that requires having case studies of a lot of what's going on within the community. That's how it works. And, you know, I just kind of think that people should understand and respect that. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it's not cool for certain people to just be spreading certain hate. But like I said before, well, I didn't say this, but if we can walk out of the situation with something to think about, or an opinion, if anything, to just disagree with, or it's something that we can learn, then we should be more open to being about that, versus being always emotional about it, talking about we bringing another so-called black person down and things like that. That's not how we can't look at things like that all the time. Okay? That is not a representation of a community that can govern themselves. Okay? Certain outlets like this have to exist, in my opinion. And if I'm on the scene, they will exist. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Y'all comment below, like or dislike this information, but hit that sub button and that bell. I'm going to draw something that you're going to like. This your folk Shaka, the Urban Philosopher. I'm out. It's 300.